Good afternoon, students. We are starting with this chapter, Financial Markets, today. Now, before starting this chapter, I would like to discuss the previous chapter. We would like to relate it to the previous chapter, Financial Management, because it is connected to the chapter Financial Management and the chapter Sources of Finance, which you've read in 11th class. So let's recall the three important decisions of financial management. Those decisions were investment decision, financing decision, and dividend decisions. Now, this chapter relates to financing decisions. As we have already discussed, financing decision means deciding about the sources of finance. That means how much amount of capital will be collected from debt and how much amount of capital will be collected from equity. That has to decide the sources of finance. Right? I hope you remember the sources of finance which you've read in 11th class. Can anybody tell me the sources of finance which you read in 11th class? Name the sources of finance.
Ma'am, equity shares, preferential shares, debentures,
Right.
trade credit,
Right.
loan from commercial banks,
Right.
loan from financial institutions.
Right. Good. So these are the sources of finance. Clear? These are the sources of finance which you read in 11th class. So relating it to the or connecting it to the financing decision, the company has to decide the sources of funds or the amount of debt and capital in the total capital of the company. Now, in this chapter, we are going to study how the company collects funds from debt and equity. That means what are the sources of finance that you have read in 11th class. Along with that, there are other sources of finance which the company can use to finance its capital. So we will be reading or studying those sources of finance, and we'll also be studying the mechanism or the market from where the company can raise these sources of finance. Right? Now, before discussing the meaning of financial market, which is the name of your chapter, financial market, I would like you to answer or give me the understanding of market. What do you understand by the word market? Can anybody give me the answer? What do you mean by market?
A market is a kind of place in which we can purchase or sell something within the cash.
Yes, correct. This is the narrow view of market, which is generally understood. That means market is the place from where you can buy goods or services or anything. That means market means a place, but market is not necessarily a place. Clear? Generally, it is meant to be understood like this only, that market is a place from where we buy goods or services. But market does not only means a place. It means the complete arrangement or the complete mechanism involved in the purchase and sale of goods or services. Right? It means the interaction between the buyers and sellers. So the number of customers in the market who are buying your products is also a market. When buyers are searching for sellers and sellers are searching for buyers, that is also a market. So market is a complete mechanism, or it is a complete process whereby the process or transaction of purchase or sale of goods or services takes place. Now here we will study specifically financial market, right? Like for example, we purchase goods and services from the market. In the similar way, we purchase securities from the financial market. That means financial market is a market for purchase and sale of securities, right? Now, first we need to discuss what are securities. I'm sharing this document with you, and then discuss the meaning of financial market and the meaning of securities. See, we will be discussing the meaning of financial market. Before that, you should know what is a security. Now, securities are also called financial assets or instruments of financial market. These are the three names given to the securities. Now, what are these securities? These are the documents which are issued by the company to collect the capital from the public and other institutions. Whenever the company collects capital, it issues a proof that the company is taking the money and it will return the money with interest or with dividend. That documentary proof of that transaction between the company and the investor is known as security. Example, shares, debentures, treasury bills, or loans from commercial banks, loans from financial institutions. These are the securities, or they are called the financial assets, which are bought and sold in the financial market, right? So this is financial asset. Now let's come back to the meaning of financial market. As I already told you, financial market is a market for purchase and sale of securities or financial assets. Clear? Now look at it in another way. The first point, it is a market for creation and exchange of financial assets. Financial market is a market for creation and exchange of financial assets. Now, in this definition, two words are important. It is a market for creation and exchange. Creation means when new securities are issued in the market. When new securities are issued in the market, they are created for the first time. When the company sells its share in the market, share comes into existence. That means it is issued for the first time. Right? You must have read in accountancy, issue of shares. Share is a documentary proof that you have invested money in the company. And in return, the company gives you a share certificate. So when the company issues share for the first time, it is selling the share in the market through the financial market. They are selling the share to the public. So this is known as creation of securities, when the share is issued for the first time. And once it is issued, you've read in 11th class also that once you've invested in the share, your money will not be returned by the company unless the company is closed down. Right? So the amount of capital invested by the shareholders will be returned only at the time of winding up of a company. So what happens is, if you want to take back your money, the company is not going to return your money, but you have an option that you can sell these shares in the financial market to some other person. Now he will become the owner of the company and you'll get the cash. Clear? This means you are selling this share second time in the market. First time, or firstly, it was sold by the company. That was creation of security. Now when you are selling it, or now when you are selling the share is already existing. So you are selling the existing shares, which means exchange of securities. You are not creating any new security because share is already there. Only that certificate will be given to another person. Now he will become the owner of the company for that amount. You are only exchanging. You're only selling those shares to another person. He will sell to some another person. The share will remain same. Clear? Because the company is not returning you the amount. It created the security. It is there. It exists. And if you want cash, you cannot take it from the company. You can sell it to some other person. Right? So financial market is the market for creation, that means the issue of new securities, and exchange of securities means sale of existing securities which are already issued by the company. Only the investor is selling it to get cash because he requires cash. Now look at the next definition. This is financial intermediation, or which is also called allocative function. This is one of the most important function of financial market. Now we know what is financial market. We are discussing an important function of financial market. This function is known as financial intermediation or allocative function. Now let us understand what is this financial intermediation or allocative function. This is, let us say, this is the process of investment in the business enterprises. What happens is we have households who save the money. Whatever income they earn, they save a part of the income. All of you know that जो भी हम income earn करते हैं, उस income का एक part हम future के लिए save करके रखते हैं. Now, if that saving is not invested anywhere, you keep that saving in your almirah, it will not grow. Like for example, if you have saved 20,000 rupees, those 20,000 rupees will remain 20,000 rupees even after 100 years if you are not investing them somewhere, if you are not using them. They will not increase. But if you invest them somewhere, then that amount will increase. So households have savings. They invest it in the financial market. That means they invest or they purchase the securities of the business enterprises. Now, when they purchase the securities, this process is done by the financial market. You are purchasing the security through the financial market and giving those savings to the business enterprises for investment purpose, because they will take your savings and they will invest in the business. Like now see on the right hand of the screen, it is showing one person and the name of the company. Can you identify the person and the name of the company? Look at the screen. The savings are made available to the business enterprises through the financial market. What do you see on the right side of the screen? Can you identify the person? Who is he? He's a very famous business personality. Yes. Yes, he is Mukesh Ambani. And what is the name of the company? Reliance Industries, right? So I've just taken an example. There are many business enterprises. I've just taken an example of Reliance Industries. So the households will give their savings by purchasing the securities of the companies, and in return, what will the business enterprise do? They will invest that money in their business and earn profits, and part of profit will be given to the savers who have provided capital to the company. Either they will get interest if they are providing loan. That means if they are purchasing debentures, they will get the interest in return. And if they are purchasing shares, they will get dividend in return. So this process is called financial intermediation or allocative function. Now this function is called allocative function because what happens is the financial market takes the savings and gives them to the business enterprises for investment. Now this savings are invested in the companies which are earning the higher returns, the most productive companies. The money of the savers will be invested in the most productive uses or in the most productive companies, most efficient companies. How? Because if you are investing a money in a business and that business is not earning higher profits, that means you will not get return from that business. So you have an option. You sell your securities, you draw your money back from the company and invest it somewhere else in the company which is earning higher profits. So this is the process which is done by the financial market, that your savings, the savings of the households, are invested in the most productive company, the company which is efficient, the company which is earning higher profits. And in case the company is not earning the higher profits, the savers have an option to sell their securities in the financial market and reinvest their money in a company which is earning higher profits. So financial market makes sure it mobilizes the savings from the savers to the investors, give it to the business enterprise, or invest it in the business which is most productive, which is earning the highest return, or which is the efficient business. This process is known as financial intermediation. Intermediation means a link. As you can see on the screen, financial market is a link between the saver and the investor. They're taking the saving from the savers and giving it to the business enterprises or the investors, and then taking the return from the investors and giving it to the savers. So they are a link. That is why they are called the financial intermediaries, the persons between the savers and the investors. Now, this allocative function results in two things. I told you that the savings will be invested in the business which is having the highest productivity. This will result in two things. Number one, rate of return to households is higher. The households will get higher rate of return because their savings are invested in the company which is earning good profits. Another consequence is that scarce resources are allocated to the business having highest productivity. That means savings will be given to that business which is capable of utilizing them efficiently. That means the business which is using its capital efficiently to generate income or profits. These are the two consequences of allocative function, that the rate of return to the households is higher and the scarce resources are the business having highest productivity. Now let's see this allocation function or alternative mechanism. We call it an alternative mechanism also because households have two options. When a household decides to invest his money, he always has two options. Number one, to deposit their money in the bank. Another option is to buy the securities from the financial market. That's why this allocation function is known as alternative mechanism, because a household has first option that he can deposit his money with the bank and the bank will provide loan to the business enterprises from this money. Another option with the household is he can purchase the securities from the financial market like shares or debentures, and then the funds will go to the business enterprise. This is known as alternative mechanism because the household has two alternatives, either to deposit the money in the bank or to purchase the securities from the financial market. That is why the banks and financial markets are known as competing intermediaries. They are the intermediaries because they are involved between the savers and the business enterprise. and they are competing with each other. They are in competition with each other. Why? Because customers, either they can take money to the bank and deposit their money and take interest on their account on the amount deposited. Another option is purchase the securities from the financial market and get return from the company. Right? See at the bottom of the screen are the savers. They have two options. On their left is the bank where they can deposit their money and the bank will provide loan to the business enterprise. Then you will not get the share in the profits of the business. You will only get interest on the amount deposited in the bank. Now you have no connection with the business. You are only related to the bank. Another option is that you purchase the securities on the right hand side from the financial markets. That means you are directly giving funds to the business enterprises by purchasing their debentures or shares. And in return, you will get the share in the profits of the company if you are investing in equity shares. And you will get the interest on debentures, or if you're providing the loan capital, you will get the interest. So that's why we say that banks and financial markets are competing intermediaries. They are in competition with each other. Right now, when we have discussed the meaning of financial assets, the meaning of financial markets, and the meaning of allocative function or alternative mechanism, now we are in a position to discuss the functions of financial market. One of the functions we've already studied, that is allocative function. Now, I would like you to explain what do you mean by allocative function? What is allocative function of financial market? Who will explain what is allocative function? Yes, what do you mean by allocative function of financial market? We've discussed in detail the allocative function. Let me know what you have understood about the allocative function of financial market. What does it mean? What function does the financial market perform? The allocative function. Yes, Harsh. What do you mean by allocative function?
मैम इसका मतलब हुआ कि मैम जब फाइनेंशियल जो मार्केट होती है वो
Right.
ये फंड्स फ्रॉम इन्वेस्टर
Correct.
और वो
And they give,
एंड वो मैम चैनल कर देती है देम टू द एंटरप्राइजेस to use that capital or finance for their operation and achieve growth.
Very correct. Vansh Gupta, you would also like to answer? What is the allocative function of financial market? Very good, Harsh. You've got the right answer. Vansh Gupta. Yes, anybody else who would like to answer what is allocative function of financial market? Okay, Harsh has nicely explained. The allocative function of financial market is that it collects or it mobilizes
financial
the
market,
Right.
financial market attract funds from investors and channel
Right.
them to enterprise that use that capital.
Correct, very correct. The financial market, they mobilize the savings from the savers and channelize them. That means makes it available to the business enterprises And the business enterprise selected will be the one which is having the highest productivity. That means your savings will be put in the business enterprises which are running efficiently, which are earning a good return on their investment. Because you always have an option that if the business is not earning sufficient profits or it is incurring losses, in that case, you can take your money back from that company by selling its securities in the financial market and taking your money back and putting it in another company which is earning higher return. This process is known as allocation function. Now coming back to the other functions of financial market. The first function we've discussed in detail, that is allocative function. The next function of financial market is to facilitate price discovery. Now what does this mean? Facilitate price discovery means financial market decides the prices of the securities. Now the prices are decided by the forces of demand and supply. As you have read in economics that the prices of goods are decided by their demand and supply in the market. Similarly, the prices of securities are decided by the forces of demand for securities and supply for securities. With the forces of demand and supply, the financial market decides the prices of the securities. Another function of financial market is that it provides liquidity to financial assets. What is liquidity? You've read in accountancy. Can anybody explain the meaning of liquidity? We've read in financial management chapter also. Do you know the meaning of liquidity? Okay, liquidity means convertibility into cash. Liquidity means convertibility into cash. If a security can be converted into cash easily, we say it is highly liquid. If it cannot be easily converted, we say it is less liquid. Right? So liquidity means convertibility into cash. This is the function of financial market, that it provides the liquidity to financial assets. That means the financial assets or securities, shares, debentures, treasury bills, etc., they can be sold in the financial market and can be converted into cash, which means they are liquid. And this liquidity is provided by financial market because these securities can be sold in the financial market. They can be converted into cash easily by selling them in the financial market. So that's why we say that financial market provides liquidity to financial assets. Another function of financial market is that it reduces the cost of transaction. Now this transaction is what? Transaction of buying and selling of securities. Right? When you want to buy or sell the securities, that is shares, debentures, or some other security, what you have to do is you have to collect the information. The buyer has to collect the information about the seller. The seller has to collect the information about the buyer. And you have to collect the information about the prices of various securities. Now this cost of collecting the information is saved. You need not have to spend an amount on collecting this information because this is provided financial market. The buyers and sellers, they need not spend amount on collecting this information because this information is supplied by the financial market. Therefore, it helps to reduce the cost of transaction of buying and selling of securities. Financial market, suppose for example, if you want to buy shares of a company, that means you want to invest money in the shares of a company, you will search for the companies which are selling their shares. So this information will be supplied to you by the financial market. You need not go to each and every company to collect information which company is selling the shares. Another thing, you will also see which is the company having the highest return or providing the highest dividend, then you will invest that in the company which is giving the higher dividend. That information is also supplied by the financial market. You have to see the price at which the shares are available. That prices are also provided by the financial market. So all these costs of collecting these information are reduced because these information are supplied by the financial markets. So that's why your cost of transaction will be reduced, be it the buyer or the seller. It will help to reduce the cost of transaction. These are the 4 important functions performed by financial market. Number 1 is allocative function. Number 2 is facilitation of price discovery, then providing liquidity to financial assets, and then reducing the cost of transaction. Look at the left side of the screen. Some capital letters are there. A, P, L, C. Now, what is this? This is the way to remember the answer. Functions of financial market. You see, there are 4 functions. I have given or used mnemonics to memorize these functions. Mnemonics means you are giving the short term, you are giving a word to memorize these 4 functions. Now there are 4 words. I have taken A from allocative function, P from price discovery, L for liquidity, and C for cost. This can be arranged in another way. You can remember it like CLAP, clap. Clap is a word. So whenever you remember the word clap, you will get to know that yes, clap represents the functions of financial market. C for reduces the cost of transaction. L for liquidity. A for allocative function, and P for price. So these are the 4 functions performed by the financial market. That it reduces the cost, it provides liquidity, it performs the allocative function, and it decides the prices of the securities. This is the very easy way to remember the answers. First, understanding the concept, and then using mnemonics or short forms to remember the answers. Like I have arranged it in CLAP, clap. You can find another words which seems easier to remember these answers. Right now we are done with the functions of financial market. The next topic we are going to discuss are the types of financial market. On the basis of securities bought and sold in this market, we divide this market into 2 categories: capital market and money market. Financial market is divided into 2 categories, or it has 2 types: capital market and money market. This classification is done on the basis of securities bought and sold, their maturity period. The securities which have a maturity period of 1 year, that means which are issued for a period of 1 year and then they are converted into cash, those securities are bought and sold in money market. And capital market is the market for long-term securities whose period of maturity is more than 5 years. Right? So financial market is divided into 2 parts. Market for short-term securities or short-term funds is called money market, and market for long-term funds or long-term securities is called capital market. Now, capital market again is divided into 2 parts: primary market, where the new securities are bought and sold, and secondary market, where the existing securities are bought and sold. Primary market is the market for issue of new securities, and secondary market is the market for issue of existing securities. They are sold and bought in the financial market. Now we are going to discuss money market. As I already told you, money market is a market for short-term funds. Money market is a market for short-term. If the securities are issued for a period of 1 year or less than 1 year, these securities will be bought and sold in the money market. Right? It is a market for purchase and sale of securities whose maturity period is not more than 1 year. It can be 1 day, it can be 1 month, it can be 3 months, 4 months, but not more than 1 year. So the securities which have a maturity period of up to 1 year, that means less than or up to 1 year, those securities are bought and sold in the money market. So money market is a market for short-term funds. Right? Only the securities which have a maturity period up to 1 year will be sold in the money market. Features of money market instruments or securities. Number one, they are close substitutes for money. I told you here the securities whose maturity period is less than 1 year are sold. That means these securities can be easily converted into cash. Therefore, they are called close substitutes for money because they can be converted into money before a period of 1 year. So they are equivalent or they are considered equal to cash. They are close substitutes for money or cash. Second thing, they are unsecured and short-term debt securities. Unsecured means no security is given by the company. That means company does not give the security of its fixed assets. कोई assets गिरवी नहीं रखनी होती है company को और company को funds मिल जाते हैं. And short-term debt securities हैं ये. Debt means loan securities and short-term have we already discussed that they are issued for a period of 1 year. Right? So they are unsecured and short-term debt securities. They are less risky because the time period involved is less than 1 year. And then they are highly liquid. Highly liquid means they can be converted into cash within a short period that is less than 1 year. That's why they are highly liquid.